Hi, welcome to another BTM VOD review. This is AV. We're going to be reviewing a set, or rather, this 2/3 of a set from BTM community member Shrike, who is playing against Lee at his local. So we're going to get right into it. And I don't have any information about this match, so I do know the character matchups. We have Roy versus DK starting off, and then we're gonna get into Roy versus Joker. So something that you immediately want to be aware of in this matchup is that Roy technically has the advantage. Once Roy gets into that advantage state, it like you get these massive, like, disgusting combos that you just keep DK in advantage. And it's like Roy just has enough fast hitboxes to kind of always be able to challenge DK. Now here's the problem. In this matchup, when you're in neutral, you have to treat DK like this, like, towering menace. You have to respect DK in neutral. It's once you get a hit on DK, that's when you stop respecting DK. So this DK is going for a lot of crazy options, like up B, like lots of grounded up B, down airs, forward airs on stage. That was kind of unsafe. So here's the awesome part about playing against a DK like this is you get so many crazy opportunities to just go for punishes. And, like, look at that, just like forward it up smash. You just get that 3% off. Like, he's going for so many reads, side B, up B. This is beautiful. Like, you're just getting everything you want because you're just playing bait punish. Again, great bait punish there. Fade back, dancing blade. He's gonna up B on stage. Good to forcing this interaction. DKs will sometimes up B on stage just to try and hit you. Unfortunately, that back air did not connect, or that probably wouldn't have been fatal, but would have put you in a good position. All right, these dash attacks seem to be catching you off quite a bit. Oh, that's gonna be it. Now the thing is playing around DK's dash attack is very difficult because it's an amazing burst option. So honestly, something that I would recommend is walking more. So walking lets you shield faster. So the more that you walk and the more that you, like, walk around and poke with down tilt, the harder it's going to be for DK to catch you out. DK does have tools like down tilt and F tilt to kind of keep you out, so that is something to keep in mind. Ooh, that was gross. How did that get set up? Unfortunately, it keeps rewinding a little too far back. It keeps going for those crazy things. Oh, you just dropped shield. Yeah, DK just randomly throws that. It's kind of hard to predict. See, the huge part is that this player is going for. All right, I have to tell something to DK players here. All right, so this was probably the least safe cargo throw spike option in existence. There's two viable versions. There's carry off and back throw into the stage, and then there's carry off, turn around, down throw into the stage. The reason you do the back throw is because it has a different timing than the forward throw and it's harder to tech. However, you're put in a much worse position. The carry off, turn around, down throw is perfectly safe to you, but it's super easy for the opponent to tech. This is the worst of both worlds. Don't do this. This is why you just got the forward throw that just gets footstooled. That makes a lot of sense. This DK player is throwing out a lot of really high commitment options, not really spacing with, like, F tilt. Oh, that was really unfortunate. Not really spacing with F tilt, down tilt, and back air, and kind of just going for a lot of really high commitment options. This is exactly the kind of DK you want to be playing against, because you're gonna get super massive punishes. So you get this jab here. You get this, like, all right, down throw, jab, up B. I would go for something a lot more basic there. Honestly, just get your bread and butters in. Roy probably has some 0 to 50 or 0 to 60 against DK. Just learn that. Like, look at this. He's just going for so much wild shit. Okay, I enjoy the tech chase. Like, just honestly, you have to play super reserved. Oh, You were dead. You were so Shrike. You were actually dead here. If you get grabbed right here, you are guaranteed dead just by with runoff DK down throw. He did. If there's a camera, I'd be like jamming the camera right now. All right, that was interesting. That's unfortunate. So here's the thing. Here's what I would improve on. There's certain different types of playstyles you need to adapt to, and this is one of them. This is the balls to the wall. I'm gonna use all of the ridiculous options. You saw the random giant punches, so much side B, down air in neutral, F air in neutral, fair in neutral, lots of grounded up B, like random grounded up B, not even like to kill, or not even like predicted grounded up B. So with this kind of playstyle, this is completely bait punish. Don't go in. Don't even go in. Just let this player expose themselves. And just eventually this kind of player, like if you kind of just run around and camp them and just like play really evasive, it often allows you to frustrate them and make them throw out even more ridiculous options. But unfortunately, this playstyle does have the one caveat of just sometimes always being able to catch you off guard. But like, let this type of player make the mistakes for you. And additionally, FD might have not been the best choice in this matchup, even though maybe it is. Theoretically, if you get a good juggling situation, and it's nice for combos, but DK has like down tilt and F tilt, so he can kind of play a really good ground game against you, in theory. So maybe having platforms to run away on. So Battlefield, if they ban Battlefield, then that makes sense. But I actually think Battlefield might have been the play there, weirdly enough. But Roy likes FD, I think, so I'm not gonna fault you. Also, you won, so let's oh, so it is DK in the final game. Interesting. Okay. Nice. Beautiful. There. That's exactly the 0 to 50 I was talking about. Beautiful. See, this is it's like you're listening to me. All right. All right, pick up these juggle situations, forced to air dodge into the stage, and then does a crazy fair, gets massively punished for it. How is he going to land? Okay. Nice. So now you're using FD exactly the way you want it to. Nice. Got the back. Got the strong hit. Beautiful. Released it early. All of the problems you've solved, which is crazy. That's great. All right, so you're running around. All right, he's starting to swat you out. All right, that was a little unsafe. I think he could have shield grabbed that. Dash attack is what you're getting hit by mostly, honestly. Dash attack keeps catching you off. He's not going for grab in neutral, so honestly, more shield. I enjoy that a lot. More forward air. Alright, good safe recovery. You are rolling a lot, so keep that in mind. You can pull the trigger earlier on this fair and you would have got him. Although maybe you were trying to predict a air dodge. Like right here, you could just pull the trigger on the fair, like super early. Force the air dodge and then react to it as you come back down to the ground. Well, you keep getting these reverse hit, like strong hit jabs, probably because DK is so big. This is amazing. This was so good. You did such a good job here. Look what happens. Like you just force him into the air, force that really high commitment option that this guy's always going for, and punish with your extremely strong flare blade, or not flare blade, but dancing blade. You were dead here. Like that's shield grabbable at that range. That jab is shield grabbable, so you were actually dead there. If you notice, this DK player is running a lot. Don't expect good DK players to run. So I think that's probably why you're like dominating, is because you're not getting hit by dash attack as much. But like the only thing that like running gets you is it technically you have momentum, so you can dash attack, and you're just moving faster. But DK has so many better options out of walk, and DK has like one of the fastest walks in the game. So don't expect DK players to just be like running around. Like, see, like the entire turnaround animation Like, oh, so many downers, so many forwarders. Nice, bait punish. Again, rinse, repeat. All right, another downer, another forwarder. Hey, you shielded the dash tag this time. That's really what you're getting caught by mostly. Cool. That's probably gonna be it. So he is starting to grab on the ground because he has conditioned you into shield now. Whoa, that's kind of gross. He's like starting to swap more, which is cool. That's gross. Let's see how you set that up. All right. he kind of put himself into a really bad position there. Overall good. Second game, I didn't really need to, this was kind of self-evident. I didn't really need to say this, but your bait punish was excellent. You caught into the fact that down air, forward air, side B, well, didn't use side B or grounded up B as much in that game, but these two, all of these options are just so committal and really is like stuff that the DK player should have been like kind of pulling back on. Sometimes spicing it up with some of these crazy techniques is cool, but I think that was like most of the landing options that they chose. Nair, for DK players, Nair is honestly one of your best landing options. Super fast, better hitbox after the last patch now. So just throw in Nair more or less, because Fair and Dare are like super high commitment. So now we are watching another game. And this one all right, cool. This is gonna be apparently versus I believe the region that Shrike is in. This is gonna be versus their number 4 on the PR. So let us get into it. So something we really liked from Shrike before was the fact that Shrike was kind of getting those early combos in that third game, kind of capitalizing, getting a lot of jabs. I would have liked to see more grab, because I don't think that there was as much grabbing as could have been, because as there could have been DKs, but it's probably because this DK player loves to just throw out attacks. So I think that's totally understandable. You're doing a good job of bait punishing. Unfortunately, there isn't too much more to focus on there. So yeah, I think we're just gonna have to move to this game, and I believe this is gonna be a kind of a crazier set. All right, Cloud, this is a fun one. All right, Cloud's just gonna be spacing out. Yep, everything unsafe is gonna get punished by an up B. Nice recovery on the stage. Okay, you have center. Okay, good, cool. Run back in. This I believe was shield grabbable. Right here, yeah, that was shield grabbable. You want to be converting, yeah, into grab as much as possible. Grab, jab, as you know. All right, roll. See, this is unfortunate. Not capitalizing on that up B on stage is really unfortunate, but that's not really, but that's kind of self-evident. You knew. I liked that you. This is just down to execution. You seemed like, as a player, you seem to be going for a lot of these really good tech chases. It's just execution at this point. You just need to be pulling the trigger faster. I like that you understand it, like understand these tech chase scenarios, but you just have to be pulling the trigger a little faster. Just don't think about it as much and just go for it. I like your use of center stage. Your use of center stage is very good. That was a little high commitment. Beautiful. Jab, attack, cancel back air, or RAR back air. I'm not sure which one you do. No conversion off the grab, but nice 41%. One of the most important things when playing a combo character, like Sheik, Roy, Crom, any of these characters, is knowing when to stop your combo. That basically completely changes the tempo of the game and like whether you retain stage control or whether you still or whether you just kind of give it up and see this final fair. That misplaced fair now puts you into disadvantage. Although you have fought your way out of disadvantage, well, for a bit. I enjoy the fade back attempts. Like, I like what you're doing. I like these ideas, but you need... So I assume that this F smash read was to read the Cloud player air dodging into the ground the other way. Now, from what I've seen from the Cloud player and Cloud players in general, Cloud players usually try to get greedy in like trying to get back to center stage in any way possible. They want to take the shortest path to center stage, which in this case was, we're gonna go back, nice B reversed side B there, even though it got punished. See, it's like immediately just booked it for center stage there. You need to be observing how the Cloud player just immediately tries to go back to center stage, and don't let them get away with and don't let them get away with like being that greedy. All right, nice B back. All right. This is kind of a controversial thing. Maybe not. Just back throw here. Don't give up stage control. Don't just send him back into center stage. Just back throw and set up for an edge guard. Something that I have noticed is that your edge guarding has not been your main has not been the main form of your lethality. All right, there you go. I like that. You're noticing this. You're noticing that the Cloud player just wants to get back center stage in any way possible. Back throw and then intersect. Yeah, intersect with the up smash. It's all down to execution at this point. You have the right ideas. Beautiful. First hit in air. Half smash. Nice. Well played. All right, you have the right ideas. Now you just have to capitalize on them. You caught the Cloud player shielding. Someone else is gonna have to tell me about what the optimal thing to do on grab is with Roy. Maybe it is down throw, but you're getting the weak jab constantly out of down throw. All right, yeah, forced into a bad situation. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I mean, something you could have done here is, so you air dodged really early. One thing just to kind of just for in general for anyone who's watching this video. Don't air dodge until you've confirmed that you've survived the blow. Once you've stopped moving left, then you can air dodge to get more like momentum to come back to stage. Air dodging early before you finish DIing actually kills you earlier because it shifts your hurt box into the blast zone. So just make sure to not fall for that. One thing that you could have done is actually not air dodge there. You were sent at quite a high angle here. It wasn't necessary for you to get that extra distance back to stage, although I understand why you did it. It's completely understandable. Like, Roy doesn't have the best recovery in the world, so you kind of just want to give yourself as much horizontal movement. But your aerial drift is more than enough to cover that. So you could have absolutely gone low, and Cloud doesn't have as many options for covering low recoveries, so usually you can get away with that. Yeah, this Cloud player keeps going for these up Bs out of shield that aren't really working. Lots of unsafe things. Beautiful parry. Good job. That was solid. But yeah, lots like jockeying for center stage against this Cloud player is like the really important part. And understanding how he wants to basically pull center stage from you. Again, you rolled. Just keep in mind of that. You haven't been truly punished for it yet, but just kind of chill out on those rolls. And but I mean, if it's working, it's working. So if it's working, like, I guess, and you're not getting punished for it, then I don't know what to say. So yeah, this you were dead after the second F tilt no matter what. This just comes down to not being greedy against Cloud. Like, you didn't need to do that high up B. Cloud could have gone off and down-aired you, but this is where you have to kind of consider player psychology and maybe think of like, would they have done it? Or like, what is like the safer option? I mean, like they had a guaranteed punish on you. A high up B, because of the ledge position they were in, they had the guaranteed punish on you. The optimal thing to do there, again, it's easy for me to say this because I'm the one reviewing, is to probably go low there, especially against Cloud. Cloud players won't go off stage as much. They'll probably go for that down air in the, try to 2-frame you with down air or kind of make the hitbox go down. Oh, all right, so we're gonna get the Joker now. So this is the Joker match that Shrike was talking about. Now, this is interesting because the dynamic of the matchup has completely changed. So when you go into a tournament match and you see and someone has counterpicked you, it's now like a weird type of like blank slate. It's like you have to like measure how well you can adapt to the new character at the same time, like how well can they warm up their character because they haven't been playing the character. So you also have to recognize all of the differences you have to make in your gameplay. Against Cloud, you can probably like get away with some slower things. Against Joker, everything is probably gonna get punished, and you're gonna be dealing with a lot of like long range artillery. Joker's gonna be poking you from really long distance in an effective way. Obviously, there's Blade Beam with Cloud, but it's not really the same. So what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to adopt a playstyle to catch like an extremely fast target. Now, how do you do this? This comes from like distinct movement analysis. So you have to observe how the Joker player is moving around, and like generally the tools that they like basically the way that they like to move around the stage. You're not going to be able to contest anything. You're not going to be able to contest stuff in neutral. That was really unfortunate. Can't really say much about that. But like if we look from the beginning, like just straight up approaching this and trying to just like run into this brick wall is never going to work. Joker can fade back, throw projectiles, condition you really easily, has so many fast options. Like some stuff's going to be unsafe like that. But there's like so many ways this character has really like quick options to like dispatch to kind of basically dispatch Roy. You have to stop throwing out attacks. Like you have to. So there's a really interesting concept of like just kind of waiting and just standing there. So every now and then you can throw out like pokey down tilts. You can like walk back, observe movement, and then strike. You have to play like a serpent, right? You have to play like a snake. You can't play like I don't know what it is, but just like you can't play like a barbarian, right? You can't just be throwing out attacks all the time against a character like this, because Joker loves that. Joker can run around all of the attacks you throw out, especially Roy. Roy has 0 projectiles. Okay range, but really you want kind of those hilt hitboxes that are stronger. So you're gonna have to be much more reserved in this matchup than you were in playing against DK. And then, so if you looked at like how reserved you needed to be against DK, you didn't need to be as reserved, because you could just once you go off on DK once, you can just infinitely go off. And then against Cloud has the range to kind of keep you out, so like you have to play a little safer. But like Cloud's not going to be able to to quickly punish you or to poke you efficiently from long range. In this matchup, you have to bide your time and then strike. So, all right, moves back and forth. Again, I don't mean to labor the point here, but like, see how many attacks you're throwing out? It works sometimes, but even that grab there, okay, that was a good big punish. Amazing. This is exactly what I'm talking about. My mind's moving a little faster than I think my brain can process, but that's exactly what we need to do. See, you predicted that dash back and you got that dancing blade there. See, now you're kind of piecing together how this player likes to dash back, how this player likes to move and approach you. and then that's where you throw the hitboxes. And I think you've done a much better job of doing that this stock. Joker with Arsene is a massive pain. This is going to be really hard. That's just unsafe. Don't go for anything unsafe against Joker with Arsene. It's just not going to be a good time. You've managed to stave that off for now. Okay. Like, but yeah, see, all of these grounded attacks, like, every time you try to, like, set up this wall of grounded attacks, Joker will find a hole in that flurry of blows. It's like you have to do things to catch Joker off guard. You have to find the holes in Joker's play because you know that Joker's is trying to do that to you. Except you hit harder, pound for pound. You hit harder. I mean, other than like Arsene, right? Your early up Bs are, I mean, kind of necessary, unfortunately, because Joker can just go down and downgun you. But they kind of sealed your death there. You'll notice that half of this game needs to be played in neutral because of how bad disadvantage is for you. Yeah, okay, yep, you get the confirm off of the Nair. Something else to look out for is that Joker has a few things that he's looking for. Nair is beautiful because, especially at low percents, anywhere from 0 to 50, if Joker hits you with Nair, Joker gets a combo. Anywhere from 40 to 50, you get Nair into dash attack. Lower than that, you get Nair down tilt, you get Nair grab really easily, anywhere from 0 to 30, and even further on some characters. So, and then you get grab out of back air, you get grab out of down air early, you get grab. You can like drag down up air grab. So understand the flow of what this Joker player likes to do. Does this Joker player like to go for grab combos? Does he like to space with like a lot of the fast aerials? So understand like the things that like give this Joker player dopamine, which may be grab combos and or basically dope combos. Like some players are really pokey, some players are super combo heavy, and some are in between. I'm really surprised this didn't kill. I am infinitely surprised. I don't know what that means. How did this not kill? That was grounded up B. That's so surprising. Yeah, that's it. That's what happens when you go low, which is why I was saying earlier, yeah, you kind of had to go high. This is rough for a bunch of reasons. Joker's just trying to keep you out. If you keep throwing hitboxes and you keep swinging, that's exactly what Joker wants. You have to play super reserved, unfortunately. And the thing is a lot of this advice is gonna sound like insincere because I'm just saying, okay, yeah, you just gotta figure it out. But here's the thing, Joker's considered the best character in the game for a lot of reasons. You can be kept out with a lot of really, really safe projectiles. Everything combos into each other. Lots of options in advantage and disadvantage. Something that you really got to take advantage of is patterns. You got to look for movement patterns. Because here's the thing, players who play top tier characters love abusing the good parts about their character. They sometimes forget to think about like their own movement patterns like when playing a top tier, because you don't have to. You get away with more. You get away with more, but when you're playing a better character like Joker. So there were times where I really liked where you observed the Joker's player dash back and you punished that with a dancing blade. That was really cool. More reserved play and more like. And more like striking play where you can pull off these massive Roy combos, because I think Joker's still somewhat comboable, and where you can pull off these massive like F smash reads or flare blade reads or dancing blade reads, because that kills really early. So it's all about making every interaction count and like taking in a bunch of data and then firing off. There's matchups like DK where you can, or like when you're playing as heavies or you're playing as characters with less options, they can't move around as much. You can poke, you can send out attacks against these characters as much as you want, and you can get away with it. Against Joker, you don't get away with much. So you have to so the way that you get around that is by pulling back. is by observing, is by playing observantly, playing more reserved, and then striking to make it count. And then what happens is that this makes the Joker player or the top tier player start questioning themselves and start like basically completely switching up the way that they play. And that puts them on edge, and that'll give you the upper hand, where then you can open up the game. Then the game opens up. Once they start to question themselves, the game like opens up beautifully for you to do a lot of the stuff you're like really comfortable with. So hopefully that was some of the stuff that you were looking for. Some basic points. I loved that you had a lot of the like really right ideas about reading. Like I saw a lot of really cool things. Execution is huge. And it's hard to like give you advice on like how to execute better. It's like you just got to do it better. Like the biggest advice that I'd give, and something that Peon actually does a lot, is, and I learned this from his Smash 4 Cloud, is that he'd prefer to just kind of like send it like every time. He like when he like executes, he doesn't even think about it. He just sends it. Getting into like a send it or end it kind of mentality is really good for certain things, especially when you're developing like skills in like a competitive arena. So learning when to just pull the trigger is super important. However, it is difficult psychologically to do that, so I understand. Optimizing your Roy combos, there were some really good Roy combos that I saw, so I'm overall pretty happy. But I think that something that you could you could work on is just making sure that you have all of the best strings for every occasion, because there were some like places where you would get like down throw, weak hit jab, and unfortunately like every time you miss like a down throw conversion as a combo character that loves to keep people in disadvantage for a long time, it's like a compounding missed opportunity. So like making the most of every encounter is crucial with a character like Roy. Your disadvantage, your up Bs were a little early. I think like some of the ones against Joker were necessary, because Joker downward guns just kills you, because it's right, I hate to call characters like silly, but because I play Joker. So, but yeah, Joker's silly. The downward guns are going to kill you if you go low. So I understand it, but there's ways to go high without going too high, and I think you just pulled the trigger a little early. I think there's ways to go high that are a little safer than the ways that you did. And you were going a little high against characters you didn't need to, like Cloud and DK sometimes. It's good. It's a good mix-up. Just kind of pull back. Every mix-up is only as good as like the it's like proportional to the amount of times you don't use it. Or in other words, like the less you use a mix-up, the more powerful it is. So yeah, that's about it. Tell me if you think I missed anything. If you thought that you've analyzed something about yourself, or if any of the viewers who watch this thought they found something to play that would be interesting. Always love to hear feedback. So yeah, all right, keep it cool, guys.